Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Easy English Talk Show. I'm Linda, and I'm so happy to have you here with us today. As always, I'm joined by my friend and co-host, Alex.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alex. It's great to see you again. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We really appreciate every one of you who comes back to practice English with us.
Yes, and if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. It really helps our show reach more English learners around the world.
Exactly, Linda. And I'm excited about today's topic because it's something everyone can relate to.
That's right. Today we're talking about your happy moments, the simple, special moments that bring joy into our everyday lives. So, speaking of happiness, Alex, how are you today?
Thanks for asking, Linda. I'm actually feeling really good today. This morning started in such a nice way. I went to my favorite coffee shop, and for the first time in weeks, they had my favorite blend, the Morning Sunshine Roast. I know it sounds simple, but that first sip just made my whole day brighter. And the weather helped too. The sun was shining, the sky was clear, and the air felt cool and fresh. I even walked a little slower just to enjoy it. It really put me in a happy mood.
That sounds wonderful, Alex. And I completely understand. Sometimes a good cup of coffee can change everything. My morning was happy too, for a funny reason. When I woke up, my cat Max was sitting beside my pillow, wearing one of my socks on his tail. I still have no idea how he managed to do that. He just looked at me like nothing was strange at all. It made me laugh so hard, and it was a great way to start the day.
That's adorable. Max always finds a way to surprise you. I can picture him sitting there like a little king with a sock on his tail.
Exactly. He always does something silly. But, Alex, mornings like this remind me how little things can make us happy, even when life is busy.
Yes, absolutely. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Those simple moments that bring joy into our lives.
Right. So let's dive in and explore more about our happy moments. So today's topic is happy moments, and we're really excited to talk about it. Happy moments are those small but meaningful experiences that make our day brighter, like a warm cup of coffee, a kind message from a friend, or even a funny surprise from a pet. They don't have to be big or perfect. Sometimes the smallest moments bring us the most joy.
Exactly, Linda. And learning how to talk about these moments is a great way to practice English. When you describe happy experiences, you use positive vocabulary, expressions for emotions, and simple storytelling skills. These are all very useful in everyday conversations.
Yes, in this episode, you'll learn how to describe your happy moments, how to share memories, how to talk about positive feelings, and even how to respond when someone tells you their good news.
It's fun, practical, and perfect for improving your English in a natural way.
All right then, let's start by sharing our own happy moments. So, Alex, let me ask you this. What is one happy moment you remember clearly? Something that still makes you smile every time you think about it.
That's a good question. One happy moment I remember very clearly is the day I started my first full-time job. I was so excited, which means I felt happy and full of energy because something good was about to happen. I remember waking up early, choosing my best shirt, and taking the bus with this big smile on my face. When I arrived, my new team surprised me with a small welcome card on my desk. It wasn't anything expensive, but it made me feel special. The whole day felt calm and peaceful, like everything in my life was in the right place. That moment is still a special moment for me, something warm that stays in my heart.
That sounds wonderful, Alex. I can totally picture that. I think we all remember the excitement of starting something new. For me, one happy moment I remember clearly is meeting an old friend at the airport by accident. I had just come back from a trip, and suddenly I heard someone calling my name loudly. When I turned around, it was my childhood best friend, someone I hadn't seen in years. We hugged and laughed right there in the middle of the airport. It felt like time stopped for a second. A simple but very special moment.
Wow, that must have been amazing, Linda. These unexpected happy moments really stay with us.
They do. And these stories show how happiness can come from many different places. Let's look at more moments that bring happiness.
Linda, do you think happy moments always come from big events? Birthdays, weddings, graduations, things like that?
Actually, no. I think many happy moments come from small things. Sometimes a simple morning walk or a quiet cup of tea can make my whole day better.
I agree completely. People often think happiness needs something big, but that's not true. Many times it comes from what I call simple joy, a feeling of warm happiness from something small. For example, yesterday I made a really delicious breakfast. It took only 10 minutes, but it made me feel calm and ready for the day.
Yes. And the word calm means feeling relaxed and not stressed, like your mind is quiet. Those moments can be powerful, even if they are small.
Exactly. And when I take a slow walk in the evening, that's a relaxing moment for me, a moment that helps my body and mind rest. No noise, no hurry, just fresh air. Those mini moments of peace bring real happiness.
I think many viewers can relate to that. Happiness doesn't always need fireworks. Sometimes it's just about noticing the small, good things around you. So, Alex, let's go back a little. What is a happy moment from your childhood?
Oh, wow. I have many, but one of my favorites is from a winter holiday. When I was a kid, my cousins and I used to play outside in the snow for hours. We built snowmen, threw snowballs, and laughed until we were tired. It's one of my happiest childhood memories. Childhood means the time when you were a kid, and that day was so playful, full of fun and games.
That sounds adorable. A memory like that stays with you forever, especially when it's fun and innocent.
Yes, it was such a sweet moment. Sweet meaning warm, gentle, and full of affection. It may seem simple now, but as a child, it felt magical.
I love that. It reminds me of a childhood moment too. When I was little, my grandmother used to bake cookies every Sunday. I remember sitting on a small chair, watching her mix the dough. She always gave me the first warm cookie. That feeling, the smell, the taste, the love, it was a sweet moment that made me feel safe and happy. Even today, when I smell fresh cookies, I feel like I'm back in that kitchen.
That's beautiful, Linda. Childhood happiness really stays in our hearts. All right, let's move to something closer. What happy moment did you experience recently?
Let me think. Recently, which means not long ago, I took a short weekend trip to a small town near the mountains. It wasn't far, but the fresh air and quiet streets made me feel relaxed. On the second day, I received some good news from my sister. She got a new job she really wanted. I was so happy for her. And the weather was perfect, too. It was such a bright day, full of sunlight. I remember sitting outside with a cup of hot chocolate, watching people walk by. It felt peaceful and full of joy.
That sounds amazing, Linda. Sometimes a short trip is enough to refresh your mind and fill your heart with happiness.
Exactly. Happiness doesn't always need a big reason. A little sunshine, good news, or a change of scenery can make the day special. Here's another question, Alex. Do you create happy moments, or do you wait for them to happen?
Honestly, I think it's a mix. Some happy moments happen naturally, but many times you have to create them. Create means to make something happen. For example, I sometimes plan small things to make my week better, like having dinner with a friend or listening to music I love.
When I choose to do something good for myself, I'm basically choosing happiness.
That's so true. I also believe we can appreciate happiness more when we pay attention to it. Appreciate means to value something and feel grateful for it. Sometimes I choose to smile more, or take a break, or send a nice message to someone. These small actions can choose happiness instead of waiting for it.
Exactly. Happiness isn't only about luck. It's something we can create step by step.
Beautifully said, Alex. And those are great examples of how happiness can come from the small moments, the past, the present, or even from our own choices. Alex, when we talk about happy moments, I think it's also important to understand why these moments matter so much. They may seem small, but they can really change how we feel in a day or even in a week.
I agree, Linda. Happy moments help us stay positive. Life can be stressful sometimes, but when we remember good things, we feel lighter and stronger. That's why I think happy moments are meaningful. Meaningful means something that has value and helps us emotionally.
Exactly. And you know what I like to do? I write down my happy moments in a small journal. It's a simple habit, but it makes me feel more mindful, which is being aware of the present and paying attention to what's happening inside you. When I write about something good, even something small, I feel calmer and more grateful. Grateful means thankful and happy for what you have.
That's a wonderful habit, Linda. I don't write in a journal, but I like to share my happy moments with people I care about. When you tell someone your good news or a funny story, it creates a connection. It makes conversations warmer, and sometimes your happiness can make someone else smile too.
That's so true. Sharing a happy moment is like spreading good energy. And it doesn't need to be big. It can be something simple, like, hey, today I tried a new dessert and it was amazing. Or the sunset tonight was beautiful. When you share, you invite others to enjoy the moment with you.
Right. And speaking about being mindful or grateful also helps us enjoy life more. For example, saying to a friend, I'm grateful for your support, or writing in your journal, today was a bright day and I felt peaceful, helps you notice the good things you might forget.
It's about choosing to focus on the good. And sometimes describing these moments out loud is great English practice too. You learn how to express emotions, experiences, and thoughts clearly.
Exactly. Whether you write them down, share with a friend, or talk about them in English, happy moments help us grow and feel connected.
So now that we've talked about the importance of happy moments, let's practice a real conversation. Okay, Alex, let's imagine we haven't seen each other for a week. We meet at a cafe, and I start the conversation. Ready?
Ready? Go ahead.
Hey, Alex, long time no see. What made you happy this week?
Oh, a few things, actually. The most special moment was getting a surprise message from an old friend. We haven't talked in years, so I felt really grateful that he remembered me. Also, I took a long walk by the river yesterday. The weather was quiet and peaceful, and it helped me relax after a busy week. What about you, Linda? What made you happy?
Well, I had a very exciting moment. I finally finished a project I've been working on for a long time. When I sent it to my team, I felt proud and relieved. And another small happy moment was cooking dinner with my sister. Nothing fancy, but it felt warm and special.
That sounds wonderful. It's amazing how both big and small things can bring happiness.
Exactly. And listeners, this simple conversation is a great example of how you can share your happy moments in English.
Yes, this is how you can talk about your happy moments in real life.
Now it's time for our vocabulary breakdown. We chose 7 useful words and phrases from today's conversation. These will help you talk about happy moments clearly and naturally. Let's go through them one by one.
Our first word is excited. This means you feel happy and full of energy because something good is happening or will happen. It's a strong, positive feeling.
For example, I was excited to start my new job. Another example, she felt excited before her trip.
Repeat after us. Excited. Great. Use this word when you want to show happy energy.
Next is peaceful. This describes a calm, quiet feeling when nothing is stressful and everything feels soft and gentle.
For example, the park was peaceful early in the morning. Or, I felt peaceful during my evening walk.
Repeat after us. Peaceful. You can use this for places, moments, or feelings.
Our next phrase is special moment. This means a happy or meaningful moment that you remember because it touched your heart.
For example, meeting my old friend at the airport was a special moment. Another, my birthday surprise was a special moment for me.
Repeat. Special moment.
The word grateful means thankful. You feel happy because someone or something brought something positive into your life.
For example, I'm grateful for my friends. Or, he felt grateful for the good news.
Repeat after us. Grateful. Use this when you want to express appreciation.
Meaningful means something has value or importance. It's not just fun, it stays in your heart.
For example, her letter was very meaningful to me. Or, spending time with family is meaningful.
Repeat. Meaningful.
Another nice phrase is simple joy. This means a small but real happiness, like drinking warm tea, seeing sunshine, or hearing your favorite song.
Example, a simple joy for me is reading a book in a quiet room. Another, fresh flowers always bring me simple joy.
Repeat with us. Simple joy.
And our last phrase is good news. This means information that makes you happy, something positive that happens.
For example, I got good news from my family. Or, she shared good news about her job.
Repeat after us. Good news.
You can use all these words in daily life, when talking with friends, writing messages, or sharing your feelings.
And remember, the more you use them, the easier they become. So try to describe one happy moment today using at least 2 of these words.
Great job so far. Let's keep going. Now it's time for a quick practice session. This will help you use today's vocabulary and talk about your own happy moments. Let's start with some simple repeat after me sentences. Ready?
Sentence 1. I felt excited when something good happened. Repeat after me. I felt excited when something good happened.
It was a peaceful moment that made me smile. Repeat. It was a peaceful moment that made me smile.
Sentence 3. I am grateful for the special people in my life. Repeat after me. I am grateful for the special people in my life. Great job.
Now let's try 2 fill-in-the-blank sentences. I'll read the sentence and you choose the correct word. This morning's walk was very blank. I felt calm and relaxed. Options: peaceful, excited.
The correct answer is peaceful.
I received blank from my friend, and it made my whole day brighter. Options: good news, simple joy.
The correct answer is good news. Now here's a question for you. What made you happy recently? Think for a moment, what small or big thing brought you joy?
Here are 2 sample answers to help you. I felt excited because I finished a project at work. I enjoyed a peaceful morning and it made me feel grateful.
Feel free to choose your own words and make your own sentence. The important thing is to try. Great job practicing. Let's move on to the summary.
All right, everyone, let's take a moment to review what we learned today. Our goal in this episode was to help you talk about your happy moments in English, the small, meaningful experiences that bring joy into your life.
Yes, we shared many different types of happy moments. I talked about the excitement of starting my first job and the peaceful feeling of walking by the river. Linda shared a special childhood memory and a recent trip that brought her joy. These examples show that happiness can come from big events, old memories, or even simple daily experiences.
We also learned 7 useful vocabulary words and phrases to describe these moments: excited, peaceful, special moment, grateful, meaningful, simple joy, and good news. These words are great for expressing positive feelings and sharing personal stories in English.
Remember,
happiness doesn't always come from something big. Sometimes the smallest things, a warm drink, a sunny morning, or a kind message, can make your day brighter. When you pay attention to these moments, life feels richer and more beautiful.
And using English to describe them is a wonderful way to grow your vocabulary and confidence. Try to talk about at least one happy moment every day, with a friend, in a journal, or even out loud to yourself.
You did great today. We're really proud of your effort and your progress. Now let's move on to our question of the day. And now it's time for our question of the day. What is one happy moment that you want to share with us? It can be something big, something small, or something simple that made your heart feel warm. We would love to read your stories.
Yes, don't be shy. Write your answer in the comments below. Sharing your happy moments is a great way to practice English and spread positive energy to other learners around the world.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We're always happy to spend time with you and help you grow your English skills.
If you enjoyed this episode, please remember to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new lesson.
We have many more fun and useful conversations coming your way.
See you next time on the Easy English Talk Show.
Bye!
Bye!